Dispatch just dropped a teaser for episodes 3 and 4. Wait. No, wait, doesn't like Telltale-esque games already like end with a teaser for the next episode anyway? Like, did it not already have a teaser like at the end of episode 2? So this is probably going to be the one where Mech-Man actually does meets the team in person, probably. But I did see the entirety of episodes 1 and 2. Yeah, based on what I saw so far, yeah, the whole the actual like dispatching gameplay portion itself, it does seem like it's relatively streamlined. Streamlined enough for me to get used to. It doesn't seem like it's all that complicated, and it does seem like it has a little bit of depth with its like different character builds, and I guess it's also leveling up function. I do like how they have sensors, visuals, and a verbal several. But for YouTubers, both is a need. Both is a need. I don't know about that, because I think I have an idea of what you're referring to, but I saw Jacksepticeye react to that very same scene on his YouTube channel, and the visual sensor was off. And apparently he's still fine. So, and like as far as verbal, like I didn't really hear anything like that really seemed like it was necessary to oh shit. It didn't really seem like it was necessary to a censor, but as far as visuals go, yeah, I initially thought that was something that did need to be on for YouTube, but yeah, I've already seen like several YouTube channels that did show that scene, and it was off. Again, including Jacksepticeye himself. And apparently he's still fine. I guess I think it might be because, it wasn't really like, the whole point of the scene. It was supposed to be like the overabundance of swear words. YouTube is picky. I don't know about overabundance, because the way I saw the other cutscenes was through an MK Ice and Fire video. And yeah, the visuals were censored, but the audio wasn't. Like all the swearing was still was still in there. But I think like maybe the as far as the the toxic thing, I was initially going to agree that the censorship actually was required, in order to be able to show that on YouTube. But then, I actually did see the uncensored version on YouTube, on Jacksepticeye's channel, and I was like, huh. And yet he's still fine? That's weird. Though I guess I can understand the yeah, I do understand. Like, I actually did agree with the argument that that it was required until I saw that, and I was like, huh, interesting. Now, is it just because Jacksepticeye is in the game and they didn't want to I guess they didn't want to like do whatever? They didn't want to I guess tank his mojo by having the by getting rid of that scene altogether. An option to turn bleeps for audio. Yeah, every entrance is bleeped for YouTube guidelines. Every entrance? Every entrance is bleeped for YouTube guidelines. Now, I do know that I do know that there are like some music tracks that are muted, to avoid copyright issues. Oh, every sentence is bleeped for YouTube guidelines. Huh. I honestly didn't see that. because I saw the MK Fire and Ice video, you know, the 4K 60 FPS, like uncensored like audio. It had the censored visuals. So I was like, I will admit that in this day and age, it is quite a ballsy risk to take. So it's possible that maybe the video, the YouTube autocorrect, yeah, I know how that goes. But you know, even from a I guess from like an in-game perspective, from the in-game perspective, completely independent of YouTube, I could totally get the inclusion of the censorship thing, but honestly, I think that just kind of distracts from the cutscene. Because, you know, with that black bar on, it just kind of diverts your attention to, you know, to the other part that's being censored. I guess you could say it's kind of like a, video game equivalent to the Streisand effect, where it just tries to censor something just to keep you from, looking at it, but then you just can't help but look at it. It's actually less likely that you'll look at it if you actually turn off the other censor, because then the other focus actually stays on the action and the whole toxic thing. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing that's just part of the scene, but you don't really pay any mind to it. They also have an option to turn off the QuickTime inputs, including the hack. Wait, really? It allows you to... man? Really? The fact that it allows you to turn off the video game and just fucking watch everything play out... It's like why even bother making a game at all in the first place? Just make a fucking Netflix show. But yeah, the version of the video that I saw, it did seem to have I think I initially thought that it made the QuickTime events like invisible, but it seems like it turns them off altogether just for the sake of I guess being having a just allowing you to watch it and not even play. Like, the fact that you don't even play it anyway, it's not like QuickTime events is really, like, very gameplay heavy anyway. But at the same time, you could say that it is kind of a blessing in disguise, because failing the QuickTime events don't really seem to, they don't really seem to make that much of a difference anyway, so... I guess having the option to turn them off is kind of a double-edged sword. Now, like, it can be a good thing so that, like, you're not having to deal with something that doesn't even really make that much of a difference, but at the same time, it does remove, a form of interactivity. So, yeah, I guess I don't really have much of a, strong opinion on that. Which is unfortunate, because, like, I do believe that there are ways that you can make QuickTime events, more engaging than just having a button prompt pop up on screen, and then just pressing it when it tells you to. Like, I'm still a fan of the way that Balan Wonderworld did something like that, where it actually, like, incorporated the visual action into the, into the QuickTime events. Like, it actually tied the visual action to the gameplay in a way. I would really like to see something like that, being evolved in another game. And not just having, button prompts. And as far as the hacking timer goes... I don't think, I don't think I'm in favor of that, because the thing is, though, the hacking minigames, based on what I saw, it gives you, like, a ton of time to do this hacking thing. Like, it doesn't really look like it's all that pressing. It's like, man, you have to have, like, such little, confidence in your players to be able to, in order to add that kind of feature. Let's see, like, the fight scenes can be overwhelming at times. You can turn it on later. The fight scenes can be overwhelming at times. What do you mean by overwhelming? Do you mean like there's like too much going on, or like do they like overtake the QuickTime events? Does it like hide them, or like does it make the prompts like blend into the action, making it hard to recognize? Is that what you meant? Because if that's the case, then yeah, I can totally get like if you were making the argument that fuck, how do I know how to put this? For the argument that like maybe that the QuickTime events should have been the visuals of the button prompts themselves should have been designed much more explicitly to make them pop out more and much more easily noticeable to the player, then yeah, I think that probably would have been a better alternative to just turning them off altogether. But at the same time, the QuickTime events don't really, make that major of a difference anyway. And let's see, the click options can again. Oh yeah, that's right. It is possible to click, but the click options can get in the way of the animation, like in the opening. Well, the thing is, though, if you don't really put a whole lot of priority on a gameplay anyway, only then can that be a reasonable argument. But since you are playing a video game, I just think that maybe there could have been like a better way to incorporate those QuickTime events. I think like maybe the best example that you could use as a way to incorporate QuickTime events into a game that's much more I guess action heavy, storyline heavy, cutscene heavy would be Asura's Wrath. But there's just a lot of nuances that go into more storyline heavy games. But then again, I'm just not really much of a big fan of story carrying a video game if you don't need to pay attention to any of it. I really hope that that's not a hot take. It probably is though in this day and age. I always think of games like this, and it just reminds me that the world that I come from is dead essentially. I honestly kind of feel like I'm like the last person alive. I understand. I just like how the other devs give player control for how the player likes to play. Yeah, what I do really, I think what I really appreciate most with, with dialogue choices is when they actually make a long-term difference. Like, for example, the whole, like, water and alcohol thing, like, depending on which one you choose, I think, like, when Flambe comes back, like, if you choose the alcohol, I think, like, it shows that his eyebrows got burned off or something. And then the characters actually reference how he got his ass kicked by Mecha Man. So I do appreciate, those kinds of, long-term decisions where they actually feel like they make some kind of difference. But at the same time, I do kind of wish that they, affected the gameplay in some, meaningful way and not just, the story or just the aesthetics. Or hell, like, maybe it could, like, affect, like, which ending you got, or maybe it could, like, affect your relationship with characters, which in and of itself would, affect, either, like, which path you took, like, which minigames you played, which, levels you played on, or which ending that you got to. Yeah, that would also count as, a meaningful, decision. His profile pic is burnt off. You gotta drop and roll, lad! God, that was horrible. I won't do that again. But as far as the story goes, like, let's just assume that Dispatch was just a Netflix show and it's just not a video game at all. First of all, I'm not really a big fan of the animation style where the characters are animated at like 10 frames per second. There was this one very brief scene where the characters are actually animated at a full 30 frames per second, and I'm just like, man, that looks so much better. Like, I'm just not really a fan of that, I guess you could say, like, the comic book, like, animation style, even though everybody is just a cel-shaded model. Like, if everybody's already a 3D model, then just make everybody move normally in 3D. Like, don't try to replicate the the Arc System Works animation. Just make everybody move, smoothly as usual. Like I've just never really been a fan of that aesthetic decision. The only time that I've ever really tolerated something like that was during Puss in Boots 2. Like, for some weird reason, it just looks better in that movie when it happens. And as far as superhero stories go, I gotta be honest, it does seem like I haven't really seen a whole lot of superhero movies, a whole lot of superhero stories, because a lot of them today just kinda... They just seem very, like, either paint by numbers, or they seem like they're trying to be silly, but they're just not. But in this game, or I guess in this movie, I'll probably call it, or visual novel maybe, it's definitely one of the better like presented stories where the jokes actually land and characters actually have like connectable like personalities, and like they're not insufferable like the common like Disney Marvel movie. And I do really like that that Mega Man actually he actually displays that even though he even though he likes you to, joke around and, keep things light as much as the next guy, he does take his job very seriously. And when he feels like he needs to step in, he actually does step in. Like, hell, he has no problem with, objecting to, fuck it, what the fuck is her name? The Supergirl, woman who saved him in like the midway point of chapter 1. God damn it, what the fuck was her name? I can't remember who it was, but I do really like that he actually interjects and he puts his foot down and he says, "Look, you guys are terrible at your job, okay? You need to get your shit straight." I love that he even though he's not, even though it's his first day on the job, I love that he, enforced his agency like that to say, "Look, guys, we need to get this shit straightened out, okay?" I really like that about him. And it definitely makes him better than, it definitely makes him, one of the better, primary protagonists. Somebody who's, down on his luck, but isn't afraid to, tell it like it is. Because he's Mega Man, he knows a lot about technology, and he has an idea as to he has experience with direction. He has experience with hacking stuff and technology, and planning shit out on the fly. And then he actually did kind of turn out to make a decent dispatcher. The reason why, the Invisigal thing failed was because, Invisigal, ignored a direct order. In the new trailer, they mentioned, they mentioned you cutting someone from the team. Oh, wow, you can choose who to cut from the team? I also, heard that, Sonar. I also heard, Blonde something. Yeah, I can't remember her name either. I also heard that sending Sonar to that event, it has an effect. Yeah! Yeah, there is one mission that you can send Sonar on to have like to potentially have like a specific event to have like something specific happening. In fact, that was one of the choices that the end game alluded to. Like what was it, like 80% or 90% of players sent Sonar to that one mission thing. I think I know what you're talking about. But if I'm being completely honest with you, though, I think my personal favorite character in the story so far, it would probably have to be let's see, Bob. Bob's character is good. Yeah, Bob, that's his name. Yeah, he has such a generic ass name, but I always call him Mech Man. Is it Mech Man or Mecha Man? Every time I want to say Mecha Man, I always want to call him Mega Man. So I think I just find it's just easier for me to just say Mech Man. But you know what? Maybe I should call him Bob. I think that's just easier. Bob's character is good, but throwing pure alcohol on a guy who's on fire isn't the best idea. But he was drunk. I thought fire guys weren't supposed to catch on fire. Robert Robinson is his name. Bob is funnier. Oh, wait, oh, Robert Bob. Oh, wait, Robert is his name. Okay, yeah, I thought it was, yeah, I knew that there was an ob in his name, but I didn't want to, like, commit to anything. Okay, Robert is his name. Not Bob. Bob is funnier. Okay, but anyways, as I was saying, I think so far, my personal favorite character in the story would probably have to be Trackstar. Because I just, like, I really like his I like his snarky as shit personality, and I really like the chemistry between him and Robert. Like, there's, you know, I really like how it portrays that, you know, that implied history between, you know, between both of them, that, like, they've known each other for a really long time. I think they're supposed to be, like, best friends or something. But, and I do like that, that it adds this, you know, this con to Trackstar using his superpower, that it, you know, it ages him 10 times faster as he's using it, and he didn't, you know, he didn't realize it until it was much too late, which is why Robert didn't recognize him right away. Like, I like virtually everything about Trackstar. I can't remember his real name, though, so I just call him Trackstar. But yeah, I like his character, I like his relationship with him and Robert. Chase, that's his name. Yeah, Chase is good. Yeah, get it? Yeah, because he wears a, you know, because he wears a, you know, yellow attire. Yeah, dude, Chase is amazing. Why do you look like a black Beethoven? But you know, even then, you know, even though Chase is a snarky asshole, even then, like, he still knows, you know, the story still knows when he needs to, you know, get serious for, I guess, more serious moments when he's talking about, you know, when he's talking about, you know, the years that he lost by, you know, by using his superpower. So yeah, so far I think, yeah, Chase is definitely my my personal favorite character so far. So yeah, I guess it should go without saying that I have no interest. I have no interest in actually buying the game myself. But once episodes 3 and 4 come out, I will watch the MK Fire and Ice video for those episodes, because I'm actually I'm surprisingly you know, invested in this story. I'm not sure how it stacks up with a lot of the other superhero movies or superhero you know, stories that have come out in recent history, but you know, if watching EFAP's coverage on those movies is anything to go off of, they're probably not good. But another thing is, though, Dispatch is not based on anything. It is an entirely original story with entirely original characters and an entirely original world with an entirely original, I guess, backstory and history and original everything. So it actually has a lot to gain by not piggybacking off of the success of already pre-established franchise. The closest that it ever comes to that is, you know, casting a popular, you know, cast and crew for, you know, for this game. You know, Jacksepticeye, Voice Critical, and, not Lindsay Ellis, I can't remember her name. The voice actress for, Invisigal. I can't remember her name. Like, I saw that name and it looked so familiar to me. But either way, it doesn't really have anything to rely on. And and also, I just want to take a second to appreciate that I love that fucking... Jesus Christ. I love that Jacksepticeye did not say "top of the morning to you laddies" in this show. Like, that really kind of goes to show that that they really cared about actually wanting to you know, wanting to focus on an in-world story and not, you know, break the fourth wall, not give any wink to it. Like, really, the only reason why you would want to do something like that is just for the sake of just getting a cheap reaction out of the audience. And I'm so glad that they didn't do that. You know, there are too many, you know, member-berry moments in movies that it's just... It's just so distracting, and it's such a cheap way to get a reaction out of people. It's practically cheating. It's like, dude, you're telling a story. You're being, like, be characters in a world, man. Like, don't turn to the audience and say, hey, look, it's me. It's me, MatPat. It's me, Jacksepticeye. It's me. It's like... So, yeah, I'm glad that they stayed characters in this movie. The voice acting is kind of a mixed bag. There are a lot of, weak points in the story, but at the very least, they didn't break character at the very least. It's kind of difficult to break character when you're essentially just, playing yourself in a video game. But at least they didn't do any member berry shit, so that much I can appreciate. I'm so glad that they held off on doing that. Okay, the DLC comics are prequels to this game, like Waterboy. Oh yeah, I forgot about Waterboy going into work, and Sonar and Malevola's partying it up before becoming hero. Ah, right, gotcha, yeah. Moist is just him streaming. Yeah. And, that's kind of his, I think that's, kind of his character, is that he doesn't really, he doesn't really have, much of a personality. Yeah, but either way, as a story, I'm surprisingly enjoying this patch. I don't know if it's just because I stayed away from a lot of, superhero stuff lately, or if I'm just not generally into superhero stuff, but... to my surprise, at least, I'm actually kind of looking forward to episodes 3 and 4. But, let's be honest, there is still that possibility that it could, that it could go downhill real fast. That's happened before. So, again, I'm optimistic, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's just say that. But either way, the first 2 episodes did kind of leave a good, positive first impression on me. Despite its, few, brown spots. What do you want to bet? Punch Up says top of the morning to you on the. Oh my god, yeah, no. Here's the thing though. If he is gonna say that. But honestly, I would much rather them, go all out, and just have him say, look, I'm Jacksepticeye, actually try to make fun of that. Hey, look, it's me, I'm Jacksepticeye, I'm the guy who says top of the morning to you laddies. Actually, be in your face about it. If you have to do something like that, just go all the hell out, okay? Just do that. Don't just be all oh, it's a cheap little jab, it's a cheap little sneak. No. Actually do something with it. Almost as if, you're satirizing the idea, okay? That, if you're gonna do that, make fun of it. Make fun of the whole member berry shit, okay? And just be, super explicit about it. I think that would be actually a really good way to implement that thing in Dispatch. I highly doubt that they're going to. Honestly, I'd rather them, not say it at all. But if you're going to, then... just do something with it. At the very least. His character's profile was born in his birthplace. Wait, what? His character's profile was born in his birthplace? Wait, he was born in the place that he was born? Is that what it said? I don't think, do you want to try that one again? I think I might be misinterpreting what you're saying about Moist needs. Oh yeah, his woo thing. Oh wait, was that supposed to be the inspiration for Sonar, as a whole? It was the whole, woo, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, mission.
But, oh shit, no, I wanted to throw an Ultra Ball, god damn it. Oh, I hope I catch this one. Punch Up's profile, let's see, Punch Up's profile, place of birth is... Okay, that's what you meant to say. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, okay, all right. You know what? Okay, that's something that I can. That's something that I actually can get on board with. Like, it's not something that's explicitly like spelled out to you. It doesn't tell you, hey, look, I was born in so and so place. Like, it's just. Like, it's actually being treated as, like, an Easter egg for, like, you know, the fans of Jacksepticeye, and you wouldn't notice it. But the thing is, though, like, even if you're not a fan of Jacksepticeye, or you don't know where, you know, where he's born, and, like, you don't know where his birthplace was, you know, the fact that this is still, like, implemented in an organic way that makes it so that you don't need to be familiar with a Jacksepticeye, like, it's actually, like, you know, a character trait that's actually, like, you know, believable. That's actually a good way to implement a reference in a movie, in a game. I keep calling it a movie, or just a story in general. That's what makes it actually substantive, and it's not just a member berry. Okay, that's actually like a good implementation of a reference. And I caught the fucking Mad Cargo anyway. Holy shit, I got lucky with that one. Yeah, show don't tell. It's writing 101. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't do any of that. I think our princess is in another castle. Yeah, I totally fucking nailed that one. You guys remember that line, right? It's like, yeah. Okay, but yeah, I've I pretty much spent the goddamn. I spent like what the last 20 minutes of this game just talking about Dispatch. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about Dispatch though. I'm so glad that you brought. I was actually waiting for you to come in so we could so we could talk about this. Like, this is the first time that I'm bringing it up. But I'm glad that I finally got the opportunity to talk about it. So yeah, I'm glad I finally saw it for myself. But yeah, anyways, yeah, point being, I'm looking forward to episodes 3 and 4, to my surprise. But yeah, the biggest criticism that I have about it is that I'm just not a fan of the animation style. Yeah, just revert back to the smooth animation stuff. Don't do any of that Arc System Works stuff. Yeah, that one scene where it's just the characters just moving, normally. Without any, animation stuttering at all. Like, that actually looked so much better. And it just made me think, dude, I really wish that the entire story was like that. Yeah, don't do that Chip and Dale thing.